Imagine.
Back to Real Talk. I'm your host, Christine K. We are talking matters crime and rehabilitation. And right about now, we have a reformist Y254 Crime Support Organization representative whose name is Kennedy Omwango, and he's a director of the schools program. This organization was established in 2013, and it's a community-based organization to basically just rehabilitate ex-convicts, and they offer a couple of services, of course, that Kennedy is going to tell us. Thank you so much, Kennedy, for coming.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
And I would also like to say that thank you very much for having us and giving us such a platform to talk to the youths of this nation.
Yes, you're very much welcome. So just Kidogo, just tell us what your organization is about, Reformist Y254 Crime Support.
Okay, Reformist Y254 Crime Support is an organization, as you've just mentioned. It was established in 2013 and registered in 2014. What we always do, we do have 3 main programs. That is the prison programs, school programs, and the community programs. What we always do within the prison programs, we do the re-entry, there is recidivism, there is and talent behind bars. So re-entry is where we always go to visit the prisoners who have been jailed in main prisons. And if they have been jailed within the main prisons, we always ask them the jail term they have served. So if they are remaining with less than a year, we always talk to them, because they are these guys who have been abandoned. Maybe the family had to visit them maybe twice or thrice, and somebody has been jailed for over 10 years. Like my colleague has just said, Georges. So you find that if this guy has been released from jail, you find that he becomes hostile, because what he was expecting to get back at home, it is totally different. A colleague, George, when he was released, he found that the mama died and the father had died. So the siblings were nowhere to be found. So imagine you have been released from jail, you have no resources. You have nowhere to start and nowhere to go. So, you know, this guy feels that he is still he's like he's still like a prisoner who has no chains. Because imagine you have been released, you have nowhere to go, you have no siblings. So, you know, finding a place, it is very easy to go back to jail, because you have nowhere to land to. Then there is this program known as recidivism. These are these guys who have been jailed for short term. And you find that even if they've been jailed for short term, it is very easy for them to go back to jail. They're doing these crimes, and then the families always follows them. If it is an issue of money, they are being bailed out. So you find that this guy is being jailed for 3 months, he's out. Again, 2 months, he's out. So we always ask them, what is the need of wasting your time? Okay, then there is this program known as talent behind bars. There are prisoners who are endowed with talents. So you find that there is no need of sitting in jail and not ensuring that their talent is not helping. You always go there, motivate them, and ensure that even if you are in jail, ensure that you're continuing to ensure that your talent helps you. And there is also this program known as prison industry. This is where within the prisons there are certain trainings that the prisoners do undertake. Like Georgie did something to do with the fitting. He's a good fitter when it comes to the housing system. He's a good fitter. So there is no need, if you have been jailed maybe for 3 or 4 years, why should you sit there, and there are courses which you can do as a prisoner? So, and we also encourage them, there is no need of coming out of jail. Maybe if you have majored only in 1 course, try to do as much as you can. Maybe 3 or 2 courses, because the life outside here is not that friendly. Then can I talk about the school programs?
All right, just before we get to that, just tell us, how do you follow up and make sure that you know, these people do not, once they are out of jail, that they do not go back to crime? How do you track that?
Okay, there is this form immediately when one is released or when is about to be released. There is this form which we always go with it at the prisons. So we get the name, and try to find the family members wherever they are. So immediately after filling this form, they will always give us directions on how we can find the family members. Maybe if it is within the rurals, we always go direct to the chiefs, because it is very easy to locate the family members with the chiefs. So we talk to the family members and tell them that your brother or your sister is about to be released. So ensure that when he comes back home, you receive him. Ensure that you give him that family warmth. Give him the family love, so that he does not go back to crime.
All right. So now we are talking about, you know, the young people, especially those in school, you know, being the ones highly involved in crime.
That's true.
Yes. So just tell us about this school-based program.
Okay, we have this school program dubbed Be Safe and Sound in School. And not only in school, and also back at home. We came to realize that if we leave these kids to the extent that they have been jailed, it is when we go to prisons to talk to them, we are doing more harm than good. Why don't we cure the disease from the grassroots instead of curing the symptoms? And we came to realize that I hear this the generation calls itself the OD generation. If you go within the schools, there is within the corridors, there are these writings Gaza, Gaza, Gaza. And we fail to understand what this Gaza means. Because within the estate, Gaza means the criminal gangs. So within the schools, there are also Gazas. And we find that we were in a certain school yesterday, when we found this a student with the rings on the fingers. And so we were asking, what's the need of having the rings? And the teachers are doing totally nothing about them. So the teacher was also surprised, how do you talk to these kids? Because the teachers fear them. There is this school in Bati, a primary school. A teacher had to confess that he cannot punish a pupil just because this pupil is very much connected around. And so the teacher, when you punish this kid, you must go back at home with maybe the security.
That is so sad.
So I tend to wonder, how will a teacher deliver in class if you are being threatened with your pupils? And there was also this school, and I'm very glad to mention this, a class 6 pupil who was found with the guineas which are always packed in cans in school. So I was wondering if a class 6 pupil can access school with an alcohol. So what about at home? So this generation is, sorry to say, but it is a bit rotten. And there is need for serious action.
All right. So, I mean, of course, that's very concerning, because are we failing as parents? Are we failing as a government, as a society in general? But maybe how do you feel about the justice system in Kenya right now, especially for those people who are leaving, you know, the prisons? Is it reforming them, or is it more of like punishing them? And is it also favorable to those who have not yet seen prison?
The system, I will not say that the system is that much bad, but more still needs to be done. Because if we have these prisoners who have reformed, you know, if you've been jailed for maybe 10 years, and within the first 5 years you've shown that you've reformed, I think there is something which needs to be done to such prisoners, because keeping them there for so long is doing more harm to them
than good.
Than good. If somebody is talented and he is in prison, why don't we come up with a system in such a manner that even if he is in prison, he can make earning through the talent, even if he is in prison?
All right. So how do we get in touch with the organization Reformist Group, and even maybe you can also share your personal social media handles, and even for the organization?
Okay, currently we are using Facebook, and maybe if you like maybe to communicate to us, you can also communicate via our email. Facebook, our Facebook page is Reformist Organization.
Yes.
And our email is reformistorganization2018@gmail.com. You can also communicate to us through our contacts, as our Vice Chairman has given. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Kennedy, for just coming and sharing with us. Make sure that if you really do need help, you can reach out to Kennedy, or even or to the organization that is Reformist, and just get some help, because we are concerned about the young people getting involved in crime. We've just been told crime si kazi, so make sure that you don't get yourself on the wrong side of the law. Of course, right about now we are wrapping it up. Well, time is up. My name is Christine K. I've been your host. This is Real Talk. We do encourage you guys to continue conversing with us, and we appreciate your feedback on our SMS line. That's 22162, starting with the word circuit, and our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter pages at eCircuit Y254. We will leave you with this song by Kevo K-Force called Haki na Usalama. Thank you so much. See you next Saturday.